Good morning, gentlemen. Ger'rell King here. Welcome back to the Man Up channel, the Gentleman's Club. Today, we're playing golf. Got the waterfall behind me. I'm going to shoot a few different videos as I navigate my way through this golf course, and I'll put them all together at the end. But the purpose of this video is get out of your comfort zone. A lot of you guys get too comfortable with where you are, and you're not willing to take on something new and challenge yourself, not realizing that the more that you challenge yourself, the more that you put yourself in situations that are uncomfortable, the more that you're going to grow as a person, the more that you're going to grow as a man. I, over the past probably 10 years, have continuously learned new things, and by learning those new things, it has put me in places and in rooms and given me contacts and access to people that I never would have had access to or been to if I didn't get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So this is what being uncomfortable can look like. Now granted, it's loud. It's a whole waterfall going on right behind me. I'm at a country club in a very nice town, in a very private, gated, expensive community. And I'm with a bunch of successful people. And I want you guys to be here with me. So, since you're not physically here with me, I'm going to take you with me throughout the day. But again, the purpose of this video is for you to get out of your comfort zone and to take on challenges. Because if you guys really want to be successful, and when I say successful, that means a lot of things, but for now, let's just talk about your network. Let's talk about your reputation. And let's talk about that income. If you really want to make more money and be successful, you gotta learn how to network, and you gotta put yourself in rooms and environments with people that are smarter than you, more experienced than you, and make more money than you. And the only way that you do that is by doing what those type of people do. And one of those things that those type of people do is play golf. So here we are. So we'll continue this later. All right, so I had to switch up the environment because where I was at was pretty loud, and I want you guys to be able to hear me. So I was talking about being uncomfortable. One thing that I want you guys to understand, especially if you have melanin in your skin like myself, is you got to be able to be comfortable being the only brother in the room. When you can understand and navigate being the only brother in the room, you could end up in places like this. These homes are probably $4 million. I don't know what it costs to be a member at this country club, but you have to be comfortable with being the only brother in the room and learn how to lean into that. You see, some people feel like it's awkward. They'll feel like being the only, black person in the room, they can feel like, again, uncomfortable. They feel like people are being racist, people staring at them, people judging them. It's none of that, guys, especially when you're in rooms like this. The only thing that they care about is the value that you bring. They'll entertain the conversation with you, but they want to know what value you bring to them, and which is fair. So I encourage you guys, one, to level up and bring value. That value could be in your relationships with others, in your knowledge, in your financial capabilities, in your time and flexibility, whatever it is, but they want to be able to find a way where they can benefit from their relationship with you in that conversation. So don't feel intimidated. Don't feel like, I'm black, they're gonna judge me, they're racist, or anything like that. Lean into it. A lot of times they're more curious than anything, and that's your chance to show them what it's like to be, a successful, young, smart black man in a room where it's just you. You hold it down. You represent the rest of us. When I'm in these rooms, I'm representing everybody else who's not in these rooms. You have to learn to do the same. Another thing about that is, when I say you gotta lean into it, you gotta lean into it, man. A lot of times, when you're the only person in the room and you're representing, your family, your brothers, whatever it is, a lot of times you got to keep this in mind. If you're in a room with a bunch of people and they're successful, rich, wealthy, popular, influential, and you're in a room with them, you see them, but they also see you. And you may think that you don't qualify to be there, that you're not as rich or successful and influential as them. But regardless of the fact, you're in the same room as them. You're in the same environment as them. And they know that. So they have to acknowledge if I'm in this room, if I'm in this place, and he's here, and I don't know him, maybe I should. If you're in the same room, in the same place as these people, there's some type of equivalent. Like you're there, they're there, and you have to respect that. So do they. Let me see. If you're there and they are there, it's a lot of theirs. They'll realize, if I don't know this person and he's in the same room as me, maybe I should know him. Clearly he's doing something right if he's in the same room as me. So that's how you have to look at it. If you're in the same room as these people, you're doing something right. So don't feel inadequate. Don't feel like you're not good enough to be there. You're not rich enough, smart enough, whatever. You're in the room, you get in the room, you show up or you show out. All right, gentlemen. So the other thing that you need to be okay with, because we're talking about being uncomfortable, right? You have to be able to be okay with failing publicly. When you really want to do something like this significant, when you want to start a business, when you want to be an influencer, you want to do anything that's going to be on like a broad mainstream platform where everyone has eyes on it, you're going to fail. You're going to mess up, but that's fine. Be okay with making mistakes publicly. Be okay with putting yourself out there, failing, making mistakes, and not caring about what other people think about it. Because that's part of the game. Who cares what other people think? You got to kind of learn as you go anyway. You're not going to do everything right. The last thing that I'm going to say about all of this is don't be afraid to ask for help. If you want to get better at something, you got to put your pride to the side. You got to be okay with letting people know that you aren't where you want to be yet, but you want to be there, and you're taking steps and actions and making decisions that will get you there. And one way to do that is by asking help. Be humble, have some humility, and learn. Always approach things from the standpoint of being a student. See you, Chris. Yeah, please. Yeah, yep. Always approach things as a student. There's always something you can learn from anybody and from everybody. Even if it's nice out here, man. Even if you know something about a situation or about something, if someone's trying to teach you something, listen. They might teach you something that you didn't know. There's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to get a certain result. And how you might do things might be one way, but someone might have a way to do it that's more efficient, that's more streamlined, that's cheaper, whatever it is. So you're better off, always listening, always come across as a student of the game. And one thing about that too is people like to teach. People love teaching what they know. It gives them a sense of fulfillment a lot of times. It makes them look like, an expert at what they do. So, don't think that because someone's an expert that they don't want to teach. There's plenty of people on YouTube all around the world that teach stuff for free. Usually they don't charge you until later. So, ask questions, be humble, always be willing to learn. Don't be too cocky and think you're a know-it-all. You can get pretty far in life doing that. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you haven't done so already, do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you can, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll keep making videos. I'll keep working towards helping you guys level up. I'm tired, man. 18 holes. It was cold, rainy, windy, all of the above, all the elements. But we did all 18 holes. I played okay. My new clubs did pretty decent. I do need to practice. But, like I said, you can't be afraid to fail publicly. And I didn't fail. We did pretty good. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.